Hey guys, it's Leo Stargazer. I'm here today with our sign-specific monthly astrological readings for September 2023, and this one is for Aries. Okay, so quick rundown of the astrology that we can expect this month. We have Venus, who's been retrograding through Leo, and Mercury, currently retrograding through Virgo, both going direct this month. And we also have the Sun moving from Virgo into Libra, which brings us the fall equinox. And then we also have a new moon in Virgo and a full moon in Aries, your sign. So, lots and lots and lots of stuff happening in Virgo, which probably isn't your favorite, but that's okay. I'm sure you've been loving dealing with routines and going through figuring out all this new stuff, and that's fine. I'm really proud of you. You've been doing great. Now, for September, we are going to be able to leave that review period behind. Kind of. Halfway through the month, we will be able to leave it behind. But we're still going to be using what we learned on that review for the rest of the month, all the way till that new full moon that takes place in Aries, your sign. So, really powerful, really vibrant, really passionate full moon at the end of the month will definitely bring everything together. But today, I wanted to do a reading for you specifically, and I wanted to do a past, present, and future spread. I feel like since last month, our journey began of this review process, this month, we are still in it, but then we kind of are able to branch out of it. We're able to at least move forward, which I know you're excited about. And then the future, next month, we will be done with Venus and Mercury retrogrades. Mercury will leave its post-retrograde shadow at the end of September. So we're going to be good to go straight on forward moving, forward momentum. You can't wait. But let's do a past, present, and future spread so that we can kind of get a better idea about directionality, because I think September is going to be a lot about directionality. So I'm going to shuffle. While I'm shuffling, let's take some deep breaths. Let's try to clear our minds, close our eyes for a bit, get as centered as we can. I'm going to be bringing the deck into chaos. And as I do that, I want you to, still with your eyes closed, taking a couple deep breaths, I want you to start thinking about the intention. And the intention I'm setting for you for this spread is examining routine. I'm sure it's not a surprise to you. I'm sure you've been dealing with routine a lot. And I'm sorry about that, but I'm sure you've come up with some beautiful new ways to synchronize your workflow and all that good stuff. So let me bring the deck into unity again, and let's refocus, but think about still examining routines. We're not ready to let that go just yet. Okay, so I have shuffled, brought the deck back into unity, and I am going to imbue my intention, my intention for you, one last time, examining routines, and let's figure out how the past, present, and the future, let's hope this tarot shows us how all of those can help us finish the process of examining all of that. Here we go. Okay, first card that I draw is the Emperor. Okay, let's just draw all three, then we'll go over it, but the Emperor's in the past. I wonder what that means for you. Second card, present, where we are now, I draw the Ace of Cups reversed. Okay. Final position, future. What do we got? Two of Cups reversed. Okay, so we have Cups in reverse. You may be having dealing with some emotions. But let's start where we started, the Emperor. The Emperor shows up in your past. This is showing me you have probably been really rigid with yourself. You've been authoritative and strong in your review process. And even if it's not just your review process, you've been really authoritative and strong with yourself. And I think that the Emperor shows that really clearly. You, up until this point, you have been empowered and in power, and you've been really strong. And that's what he's showing me. In the present position, we got the Ace of Cups reversed. The Ace of Cups reversed in present is definitely showing me that maybe you've been really empowered and strong and strict with yourself in the past, but right now, and maybe because of that, you are feeling almost emptied of creativity. You are feeling the inability to grasp onto the emotional part of what you've been experiencing recently. That is probably a challenge. If you haven't approached that yet, you probably will as we go through September. Because as of this point, as we're starting the month, it's showing me that it's really been hard for you to grasp onto some of kind of the gifts of the universe, the gifts of that emotional flow, maybe even creative flow. I think it's been hard for you to get. And maybe that's because you've been so strict on yourself, and maybe it's calling for a release. I hope that. Because in the future position, we have the Two of Cups reversed. The Two of Cups reversed in future is showing me that there might be a breakup of a partnership. Maybe it's romantic, maybe it's business, like a business partnership. Maybe it's just some kind of commitment that you've made, specifically probably with one other person, that you've made that this card is saying that the future might, if not bring an end to, then definitely open your eyes to either where you could do that better yourself, or that there's some break in some kind of one-on-one relationship you're having, some kind of something that needs to be worked out. So if something's nagging at you about a one-on-one partnership, the Two of Cups reversed is showing me that in the future that could be a problem. However, because we have the Ace of Cups reversed in feeling, and because we aren't in the future yet, tarot gives us a chance to action things. And because you've been so strong and powerful on your throne, the Emperor is associated with Aries. So he's your card. This really is your card. Because you're on your throne, you've been on your throne, and you've been really activating yourself that way, I think you can use that energy not to block you off from the creative flow, but to tap into that, the emotional context. And I think it's essential. I think if you don't tap into that emotional context, then that one-on-one relationship, because it's cups and cups, that one-on-one relationship might be kind of difficult, or it's gonna have to end. Something like that. Something where either you will avoid that by tapping into those emotions, or because the Two of Cups reverse could kind of be inevitable, who knows, the break that the Two of Cups might be showing, or the trouble at least that the Two of Cups might be showing in that one-on-one relationship, that one-on-one partnership, could be essential. It may be time for that relationship to end, business or otherwise. It may be time for that partnership, whatever that means, whoever that is, and you'll know who I'm talking about. Maybe it's time for that to end. Or maybe you can upright the Ace of Cups. And maybe if you upright the Ace of Cups, maybe you can either avoid the two reversed, or actualize its potential for freedom, for solo liberation. Because listen, this is you. It's who you've been, and it's probably who you're going to be. So embrace the Emperor, but don't cut yourself off from emotional flow. You guys are amazing. Aries, you rock. September is going to be an intense month. The Mercury, some of the retrogrades end. Some of the bigger one, the more informative ones, are going to end. And then at the very end of the month, full moon, you get that beautiful, beautiful full moon in your sign. And I think by the time of that full moon, you'll know exactly how strong you really are on your own. Enjoy September. See you next time.